Okay, here we go.
Yeah, which one did you say I should do? We should
I'm
do?
gonna start with the activity one. I think I've labeled it a code again. Yeah, but you'll see some once you open it, it will look kind of creamish to the right or something like that. And that first activity is about sorting and filtering. So yeah, have you found it?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Okay, so we are. So as mentioned, we're going to start today by just looking at sorting, and then we'll just gradually work our way through. So when it comes on to sorting, we're simply saying we want to arrange the data in a certain order. That might be ascending order or descending order. When it comes on to like words, it's A to Z that you'll see that represents ascending order and Z to A for descending order. In terms of numbers, you would see smallest to largest and largest to smallest. So the first step in doing a full blown sort is to select the table. Let's say we're going for the select. Once you have selected the table, you would need to go to data, which is here. I'm not sure what you see in Google Docs, Google Sheets. But what you're looking essentially for is sort. So that should be somewhere at the top. All right. Once we get to sort here, so the first one is asking us, in an SBA task, you normally be told what you need to sort by. In this case, surname, and it also tells us the order in which we do it, which is A to Z. If you have an SBA doing and they didn't tell you the order, well, just go ahead and sort it by whatever they ask you to sort it in. All right. But in this case, it specifically says surname and it needs to be A to Z. All right. So what we do from here is to select the option sort. This would bring up a dialog box. Yeah. And then the dialog box here where it says sort by, you would essentially choose what you need to sort by. So by default, mine is already sorted by last name and it is already A to Z for the purpose of just teaching this. All right. So, which means from here, all you need to do is to click OK. There's a possibility that they could ask you in the exam to do a secondary sort, right? Which means to add another level to the sort. So we're going to treat number two like adding a second level. So if you click on add level here, so what we're saying, first we want it to be sorted by last name from A to Z. And then we also want to sort it by raffle donation, but this time just the smallest. So again, in the then by here, we would choose optional raffle donation. And then because we say largest to smallest, we would change this here to largest to smallest. And then we'll click OK. All right. And yeah, that's what would happen. So let's see first, let's got last name. So the main sort is being done on the last name. So notice that's all in order. But then if you look in the rough donation, so if you look, it is also, so here 2-1, then 8-2, and 6-4, 5-3. So if they share the same letters in in last name, what it does is that it sort, it then does the secondary sort, which is to sort those in descending order. All right, cool. Any question?
Yes,
Nope.
sir.
All good. All right, cool. So now we move on to filter. I'm just gonna do a simple filter today, and not necessarily a central filter. I probably should. Okay, let's do a simple filter first, and then we'll look at maybe doing a yeah, we'll then look at doing a full filter. Okay, so for the next one, we now need to filter. So filter just simply means that you want to hide some data, right? So uh, this list is not long enough, but let's say I had a page, a flat file like this with 1,000 records. It'll be difficult to search and pick out the people. Let's say I wanted to focus on those that just do basketball. It'd be hard to focus on that. So an easier way is to hide the data that we don't need and to focus on the bit that we need, something we call abstraction. So what we do in that case is to use the filter option. So let's do basic filter as I said. So on here it's asking us to add a filter, and we are going to filter by sport and specifically by basketball. So if we're using the normal filter, we just need to click filter up here, and that also comes on the data. And then what you'll notice is some arrows that are pointing down. Cool. And then you go to the column with games, and then you would uncheck the ones that we don't need. All right. And what that would do is hide your data. So if this came in a multiple choice question and you need to answer why do we use filter, it's to hide those data that we don't actually need. But they could also ask you about the advantage. The advantage here is to keep you from actually deleting the file. If you delete it, it's gone permanently. But if you hide it, then that means you can reveal it again. So reveal it again. So redundant. Yeah, cool. All right. So just go back here, and then we will check them again, and that will return our file. All right. We could do the same thing. So this is 4. We could also go ahead, and this time we could filter by medium t-shirt. Same thing. So we go to the column with this one, and we uncheck the ones and keep medium. And what you notice is data hiding the bit that we don't need. And again, we can unfilter. All right. Cool. All good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, there is something called advanced filter. I'm going to try it here. I didn't plan this activity for it, but I'll try it here. If it doesn't work, then we just talk through it, what needs to happen. Because in the SBA, it could be that they want you to do a normal filter or they want you to do an advanced filter. So usually you need to have kind of set up a criteria. So a criteria would basically be the name of the column. Let's try that. And let's say we're looking for a medium. And I'm going to put that there. Okay. Let's say we wanted to do an advanced filter. So again, we'd select the table. And then this time we'd go to advanced. Now, this should pop up for us a dialog box which selects the entire table. So that's your list range here. So that's from A1 and that's down to, what is this? I-21, right? And you notice once you have selected the table, it automatically fills in the range for you, okay? Then the next thing that we need to do is to set up what is going to be our criteria range. All right, this is what I'm going to try, see if it works here. All right, so let's say this was my criteria range. That's the file I want to look for. Um, and then I want to copy to another location. So if you filter in the same list, yeah, it's going to do it on the one that you have. Most times your SBA wants you to copy it to a different location. So a simple way to do that is to create like the size of the table in another location. This might be on another page or on the same page. And then you should be able to click OK from here. And notice what it did this time was to filter out all the mediums for you. Got it? All right, so I'm gonna ask you to try that. So try doing an advanced filter for medium t-shirt. And then I also wanted to try and do another advanced filter. This time you want to filter out all those playing basketball. I'm not gonna say football because your team is performing so poor now.
Sir, I'll take the draw, to be honest. I'll take the draw.
Listen, that was luck.
I'll take the draw, sir. Hey, we're scored, sir. I
No, he
don't care.
didn't. You know
I
the
don't
goal.
care what the
Hey, hey,
referee, I don't care what
hey,
the
hey, hey, hey.
officials
The
want to
goal,
say.
the goal,
We're
the goal wasn't
scored.
given to him. The goal wasn't given to
We're
him. So,
scored. We're
hey, hey,
scored the
hey,
goal,
hey.
sir.
Goal wasn't assigned to him. In fact, he was completely missing the goal. It was a mile off.
No, it
I am
wasn't.
telling.
No,
No,
it
no, no.
wasn't. No,
Hey,
it wasn't.
go back and look at it. It is Michele
I
goal.
will. I will,
It's a
sir.
own goal.
No, sir. I don't care what they have to say. In my opinion, we're scored the goal, sir.
Well, yeah, you can do anything that puts you to sleep good. The facts are the facts. All right. Yeah. So go ahead and try doing an advanced filter now for me. For medium shirts. I've done this one. And
Yes,
then you
sir.
probably just need to do one more. Do one more for this one for basketball. So filter out the basketball.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if it works. All right. You all right, Jade? You want me to go over it again?
I'm good, sir.
Okay. Cool. Means you're listening. All right, cool. So yeah, so doing advanced because, like I said, for your SBA, they could ask you to do a simple filter. But I think that's probably too basic. So they might then ask you to do an advanced filter. So yeah, let's go for that. Leave some space here because we're gonna work those formulas right there. Let me know when it works, all right? Vlookup.
Sir,
Yep.
can you show what you did again for the advanced filter, please?
All right. So let's try and do one more. Okay. So for the so let's say I wanted to do basketball, right? I want to filter out basketball. So I need to copy the heading. See, Computer has to have a way to map the data. Okay. So I'm gonna put it over here. That's like my criteria. Okay. And then I need to copy the one that I want. So I actually want basketball. So I'm gonna copy basketball because it needs to spell the same way for the computer to be able to look for it. Okay. Then, so this is gonna be what I call my search criteria here. All right. So what I'll do from here is to select the table. This is a table. And then once I go to advanced, the list range is already filled in for me because I've selected the table. If I didn't select the table, I'd have to manually type this bit in and make sure it's absolute. Okay. From here, I need to get the criteria. So we're going to change the criteria here. The criteria is going to be this. So that's these two. So all we have to do is to click in it and then drag the mouse over it. Then we want to copy it to another area because if we don't, it's going to basically hide the data in the main table, and we don't want to do that. Okay, because your examiner won't be able to tell whether you filter or you deleted it. So we choose the option that says copy to another location. Okay, then we're going to clear this out and then choose the area that we want to copy it to. Make sure it is the same size as the table. So if it has this amount of column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you want to have the same amount of column, or else you should get some error. Okay. So I'm gonna bring it down to about here. and then I'm going to click OK. All right. And if you go down here, you'll see that it filters out all of the basketball.
All right, sir.
Cool. All right, cool. So do that one and then try and do another one. Try and filter out football and see. So you get some practice on that. How's it going, Jade? Finish? All right, cool. All right, so
Um, it's going good, sir. I
it's
had to
going
do
good.
this for my SP, so it's wonderful.
Again?
I had to do it for my SP, so it's going wonderful.
Okay. Cool. All right, cool. Everybody good? Good now? All good? Good, Colton? Are we good?
So far, sir, I'm exploring because it's Google Sheets. So I have to explore a bit.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're gonna do a few more things then, and of course you can do all that exploring after. Why you don't let your mom try and get you Microsoft Office? Or maybe you should be able to get it from your school. Your school should be able to install it on your computer. You're still a student. All right. So try and talk to them.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
or let your mom invest. I don't think the subscription is all that expensive. You probably just need to subscribe for the duration of the year because it's a subscription. It's not like back in the days where you just buy the program and install it forever. No, you pay for it based on the amount of time you want it. So yeah, try and talk to her about that because it's probably good for you. Yeah, so we're gonna go to talking about number 5 here, which is my next aim is to look at the average function. So this specifically says we're going to use the average function in H23 to find the average. Okay. So how this works, yeah, is the same as we did with the other sum functions and max function. Starts with an equal sign, and then we write the name of the function. Somehow students always think they can just write AVG. There's no such function as AVG. It needs to be average. From the moment you type in it properly, you should start seeing it popping up somewhere there. Okay. So that is that. So that's the average. Now, I'm gonna treat this like we're doing an exam. So after this, we need to find out the range of the cells that we want to find the average from. So usually it starts with the first one. So in this case, it is H2. Students always make the mistake and choose the title. You can't add words, so it's going to give an error. Okay, so this is cell. The first value is in cell H2. Okay, column H, row 2. Okay, could type that in manually for now because of the interest. And then we put the colon. Now the colon just simply means 2. So we are saying find the average from H2 all the way down to H21. That's what that means. Okay, so that's what that means. If you're using Excel and you're doing it properly, it will highlight the section that you are trying to locate to apply the function to, as we see on here. Okay, and that would give us the average. Good. So, as a little bit of practice for you, can I ask you to go ahead and do the average for The average for that one and then the average for the seats. Yeah, right. You're going to need it in a cold down because Microsoft Access is not. Oh, yeah. Microsoft Access is not offered in in uh in any online platform. You have to have the actual thing on your computer. So you need to get that because after I'm finished this week in Excel, I'm basically cover everything you need to know for your SBA and also for the curriculum. So my next step is to move into Microsoft Access, which is again part of the other more difficult part of the SBA that people normally struggle with. So I'm gonna go with Access next, which means about next week. So ask mommy to invest. All right, cool. All right, talk me through what I would do here to get the average.
Equal sign,
Mm-hmm.
average, type out
AVG.
average.
Oh, I got to type that. Cool. All right. What if I can't
And
spell? Then from where?
well, learn to spell, sir. Then learn to spell.
All right, nice.
All right. Then to do it manually, you type in G2
Mm-hmm.
colon
Mm-hmm.
G2
Mm-hmm.
colon and then G21.
Yeah. All right, nice. Good. So fantastic. All right, so should be good with average. So average sum max min counter count blank all works the same way. They only take in one argument. By argument, we mean what goes in the bracket. So just take in the range. It's not gonna be that simple for like your more complex functions like Vlookup, if, and COUNTIF. So right now we're going to move on to COUNTIF. There's a possibility that your SBA might have COUNTIF on it. Most teachers want to challenge you to see if you can count. So COUNTIF works by counting based on a certain criterion. Okay, so in this case, we want to count all the people who said yes, all the people who said yes that they wanted newspaper. We cannot use counter. Let's say I was using counter.
Count
Counter
is
is
only
going to
used
count
for
everything, right? So counter counts all non-blank cells. So it's going to give me 20. And it's not 20 people who have said yes. So I can't use counter. I cannot use count because count only count numbers. So it's going to give me 0. Okay. And I cannot use count blank because count blank count blank cells. And there's no blank cells. So I'm going to get 0. So I can only use count if. No. So here's the thing now with count if, yeah? It takes in two arguments. So one, it takes the range that you want to focus on, and then it also takes the criterion, which means what you're looking for. So that is separated by a comma, and then in quotation mark we type yes because we're looking for yes. It's wise to type yes the same way as it appears inside of the table so that it can actually find it. The reason why you're putting it in quotation mark is because remember this computer is so dumb. You have to put it in quotation mark so it knows it is a word. Okay. So if you were to have done this without the quotation mark, it would think yes is a number and therefore it will return no value. All right. So the way we tell the computer that this is a word is to put it into quotation marks. All right, so if we were to do that and press enter, it would go ahead and count all the yeses. We can manually check to make sure that we have all yeses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 yeses. Okay, cool. I want you now here to count all the no's.
Finish, sir.
Nice. All right, good. More practice. Go ahead and count all football under there. So count the footballs.
We have to do football, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay, sir. Finish, sir.
Good. Nice. All right, so after today, you should be very familiar with those functions and what they are used for. Okay, so we're going to move on to my seventh objective today, which is to, so on your SBA, yeah, I did the first lesson I showed you about. They may ask you to rename sheets, so you'd have rename. Just click on the bottom there and rename. They could also to ask you to add sheet. That's where you add your next plus sign, because this is actually a workbook. So a single sheet is a worksheet, but multiple sheets put together as a workbook, almost like a book. All right. So also in your SBA, yeah, they can tell you at specific areas that they want you to go ahead and add a label. So that's what these activities are meant to prepare you for. Okay. So in this case, they want us to go to J1, which is specific, which means if you put in J2, you would not have answered the question properly. So you want to make sure that you're doing exactly what they want. Okay. So they want us to put contact via in cell J1. The examiner is expecting you to be able to format your spreadsheet so that it looks proper. So you'll need to be able to adjust this. So how you adjust is that you make sure the cursor is like this at the top. So you go where the alphabet letters are. Make sure the cursor is like this one. Hold on, pull that to the right. Okay. So you need to be able to do that basic formatting. Also, you want to make sure that everything is on the same font type. One way I normally do is to remove all formatting, which basically brings it to the basic one. Or you can look what font type this is and change it to that. Look what font size it is and change it to that. Okay, cool. So you need to be able to do this. Now, the next function that we're going to use is called an if function. So an if else or an if function is used to check if a condition is true and do something. So in this case, they want us to check if there's a phone number. So we're going to check here. We're going to look if there's a phone number. If there's a phone number, we want the person to be contacted by phone. But if there's no phone number, we want the person to be contacted by their email. So notice everyone have an email, but not everyone have a phone number. The phone number is the primary means of contact, whereas the email is secondary. So we want to check first, do they have a phone number? We'll contact them via their private number versus if they don't, then contact them by their email. Kind of like what we teachers do when we check your record to see if your mom lists a number. We're glad to call. But if we can't get mom, yeah, we don't see no number on there, we look for the email and we run email instead. So this one we're going to use an if function. Now, all function, like all function, begins with an equal sign. Name of the function is if. Now, next thing that we're going to do is we are going to check if this cell. So we're going to go over here. So this is of the cell we're looking for. We're going to check if C2 is equal to empty quotation. By empty, whereas that simple means look if the cell is empty. So that's what the empty quotes mean. Remember that when a quotes go around, we say that there's a word. When we have empty quotes with nothing inside of it, we're saying it is blank. All right. So check if C2 is blank. Okay. If C2 is blank, what should we do? We should contact by email. So we're going to put a comma. We're going to put email with another comma. If it is not blank, we want to contact via phone. Okay. So we're going to go for PHONE there and close our bracket. And there you go. Done. Let's see. See? So because C2 is blank there's no phone number. The computer gives a secondary option, which is email. All right, I want to try two of them and see. All right. So go ahead and try Joshua Baxter. Use the if function and you write the formula the same way. Basically, just change the cell. All good? Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? What's going on? Why is Jade smiling? Jade, what you up to? Does it work?
Yes, sir, it works.
Nice. I'm going to get a program that I can use to see our computer. I'm going to go into my hacking abilities. I can see what's going on over there. All right. Nice.
Sir, it
So
autofilled everything for me.
I didn't want you to do autofill yet.
Sir, but
I want
it
you
did
to
it by
practice
itself.
using
Sir,
function
no, look,
first.
sir, it's called autofill. So it did it by itself. I didn't control it. I did the first one and then it did it by itself, which makes my life easier.
Well,
Which is the reason for Excel, isn't it? To make life more
I know,
efficient.
but when you're learning this skill, I don't want shortcuts. I need shortcuts after you have mastered. It's like teaching someone to dribble a ball. Basic steps. I want you to, yeah, go T, go Z. Yeah, go twist, whatever you want to do. After you learn it, we don't care what you
Close
do.
control like words. Close control
Right.
like words.
Versus so it's so it's so
Sir, he's getting good now.
waste
He's getting good
such a
now, sir.
waste of money. But let me
He's
not
getting
say
good now, though. He's getting good now.
wow, for all the money. All right. So all right, so this you guys can save this sheet somewhere, wherever, because like I said, these worksheets you'll have them to kind of look back if you look back over because they kind of just designed to grasp right away. I'm going to add a sheet for practice today because just like we do for an SBA, just go over here and just add a sheet. So that's your plus sign. And I want to just name this sheet VLOOKUP. Right. We're gonna create a table. So just like your SBA probably ask you to create a table with some data. We're gonna do a very short one, simple first name, do last name, um, Colton Brown.
Sir, that last name is so lame.
You're not allowed to comment on that last name.
Whose name? I think he was talking to you. He's talking about me making up some names.
Needham isn't very good either, but nobody really says anything, right?
Yeah.
It's out of my control, but this one is partially in my control.
And nobody else's name is under their control too. Like,
All right, so go ahead
I
and
do
add
have a
some data for me, please. We're gonna add about 6 students.
So I couldn't get Lawrence, sir. Lawrence is much better than Brown.
Clarence, no.
It is.
Mm-mm. Hell no.
All right,
Clarence gives me
and
trauma.
Colton Brown did my test, got 65. Um, Jade got
95.
67.
62. The
Oh,
game's gone.
JJ.
Carnegie,
The
Carnegie
game's
got
gone.
90.
The game's gone.
Um, Joe Needham got 50.
I still got more than your last name though. I mean,
John
The
Adams got
game's gone.
30.
The game's gone.
And Keisha got 10. Yeah, don't pay attention in class. That's why. All right, cool. So
Sir, the
let's go
game's
ahead and
gone.
add that. Now, another thing that you might be asked is to add borders around your table. So you do that by using this option right here, and then just turn your borders. Um, yeah. Ooh, yeah, good. So, and then there's going to be a second table that I want you to create, and I'm going to call it um, numerical grade. I'm gonna use something similar to what we'd use in school, maybe. Let's do grade, and then we have the letter grade. And wrap this. Where's wrap? Wrap, 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 wrap. sure there's I'm sure there's an option in Excel called wrap text. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Whatever. Okay. Cool. All right. So after that, then we're going to do the letter grade. So we'll just do letter grade. Okay. So if a person did the exam and got 90 or above, we think they should get a A. If they got 80 but less than 90, we think they should get a B. If person got 70, we think they should get a C. And if the person did got a 60 but less than 70, they should get a D. And everybody else fail. So yeah.
That never sounded very teacherly. That sounded very supervillain type of thing.
So technically we got the same grade but didn't get the same grade.
Hmm.
Therefore, no one is better than anyone. Therefore, we shall live in peace.
Therefore, my name is Neil, and I'm pretty sure Carl Neil got 90%, and that's me. So I changed my name.
Secret spy.
Wait. Well, you know what you do, Colton? Add your 50 to your 65.
Add my 90 to my 67.
All right, so now we're going to do something called VLOOKUP, all right? Now, usually with VLOOKUP and for the expectation of your SBA, it could be that this table is on sheet one and this one is on sheet two, works the same way. But just to explain what VLOOKUP does. We have these students, yeah? We know what their numerical grade is, but we don't know what it is equivalent to. So the VLOOKUP is meant to take this grade, look for it down in this table, and return the letter grade. So we know that this person who is at 65 will get a D. No, D, yeah. Yeah. So these two persons are going to get a D. So let's look at how it works now. So we start with our equal sign, and then we do VLOOKUP. That's VLOOKUP, and then open bracket. Then we look for a lookup value. So it's a value that we're looking for. So that's 65. So for our Colton Brown, we're looking for 65, which is going to be in C2. With a comma, and then we're going to select our table, which is this table here. Now we need to make this absolute because we don't want it to change.
So
Because F4,
the dollar sign.
yeah, it's a shortcut. Normally F4, when I used to go to school, I just use F4. I don't know if F4 works on yours. It does work on mine. Does F4 work for you? Oh, that's so bad. Oh, gosh. Yeah, they used to be able to just use F4. I don't know if my computer is getting old or it is foreign. All right, so you make them absolute so that they remain fixed and do not change when you copy down. Okay, then we're going to go with comma. Now, you can actually if you see, look at this hover right here, yeah, it kind of tell you what needs to be in there. So this one, the C2 is our lookup value. This here is our table array. So this small table is what we call our table array. That's where the computer is going to look for the data. And then we need the column. So we want column 2. So this is column 1, this is column 2. So we want the letter grade because letter grade is in column 2. So here we'll put column 2. That's it. If press enter. Oh no, what happened? That's not good. A11. Oh, let's make it A12 and see. Maybe the words shouldn't be in it. Computer is not very smart, I told you. I12 to B16. Still got the same error. Nah, let's do this again. Sometimes it needs to be arranged in a certain order. Let's just double check that. So here we go. And do 2. Press enter. Why is it not doing that? Oh no. Equal VLOOKUP. This is C2. I'm sure about that. And this is A12.
Are any quotations needed, sir? No?
Nope.
Nope.
Because these are supposed to be the exact variable.
Okay.
It's in descending order, which is good. Because it needs to be in descending order. So I don't know why this is tripping. Unless this is not being interpreted as a number. 1 second. C2. Oh, let's try the word true. So true gives an that's what I was missing. Okay, cool. If you look on here, yeah, so they say true gives an approximate match. So we need the approximate match and not the exact match. For example, because 65 is not listed here, yeah. If we were to put false, what would happen is that it wouldn't have any data for it. So we need to put the approximate match, which is a true. So it takes in an extra argument. Hopefully that works now. What? This is outrageous. Guys, check it on yours and let me know if it's working. This is literally doing nonsense tonight. Go again. Equal VLOOKUP. Plus I could just go to the functions up top. This is nonsense. Chip, where's my VLOOKUP function? HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, where is it? It should be. All right, let's be horrible then. So my lookup value is here. My table array is here. My column index number is 2, which is what I'm looking for, and I need it to be true. Let's see what this thing says. Is it doing that? Is it? Guys, try it on yours. It's probably not reading mine as numbers. They're not seeing them as numbers. It's outrageous. I'm even using in the built-in option. Let's change this to number. Where is that thing up here? Yo, that's, oh shit. No, that should be numbers. And change this to make sure this is number. Okay. Yeah. Does it work? Anybody? Does it work for you? Does it work, guys? Let me know. I'm even using the built-in option. My computer is acting crazy tonight. See, look at that. So I'm actually not doing it manually. So there's no way why it should not work. Let's make these um let's make them fix absolute. Dupe, dupe. Put two and true. Come on, dude. Don't do that. This is crazy. Does it work for you, Jade?
I'm trying, sir.
You trying? Okay. Try for me. I don't know. The formula is correct. I don't get why it's doing that nonsense right there. Hold on. Where's my file? Change it to false. Outrageous. Does it work for anybody?
No, sir.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, try some. Let me try this. This is not good. Let's I'm gonna put it start from bottom up and see. Let's gonna do a different table and do 0 is F, 60 is D, MPL is C. Then do 80 is B. And 90 is A. If I did instead of this, it was the same thing. Still does the same thing. Okay. I'm gonna have one more shot at this. The lookup is not looking up tonight. Oh, see if I, where's my Excel file? Un momento. Where's my file? So downloads and check for my Excel. Okay. See, on open. It's not opening. Right. I'm trying to open an Excel file. My Excel file closed. All right. In the meantime, there's a second activity in the class notebook. Can I ask you to download those in the meantime while I work on figuring out why this thing didn't work this time? But there's activity two. So it's gonna basically require us to use the same principles that we did use tonight. Is that part? Yeah, I think it's called party planning. You can download that one in the meantime and start working through that one while I get my Excel file back open. I'm being punished tonight. My
Love
Excel
the
file.
accent, sir. Love the accent.
Say again. What you
Love
say?
the accent, sir.
Oh, my accent.
Lo-
Who have
lo-
accent? Me.
Love the accent, sir.
Who have
Yes,
accent?
sir.
Me.
It's a very strong accent.
Me.
Yes, sir.
It's very strong, sir.
Eh, Everybody know you. You're playing games now. You know well. I ain't got no accent.
Eat a coconut and calm down.
Did you find the second one? Second activity?
Found it, sir.
Yep. So yeah, work on that one in the meantime. For me, hmm,
Claire, didn't we do this one already? Did we go through this one already?
the party one.
This is the only one. I did this one, party planning.
Oh, maybe I
Yeah,
renamed wrong.
with the baking powder and the count
Oh,
A functions and the count if.
yeah, that's not the one then. Let's look back. I got so much in there. So we did. So it's one that has to do with sorting and filtering. So yeah. It's at the bottom. Um, so we did activity one, which is the last one. Oh yeah. So it's the one on YouTube. So if you go back to the classroom and it's the last, it's second to last file. I think we didn't name them properly. The second to last file in the classroom. It's named YouTube 7.2 lesson 5 activity 2 YouTube. And then there's a word file on there that tells you what you need to do, almost like what your SBA would actually be asking you to do. So you'll have to look at both files. So the first file says, as you sort and filter the data, compare your results with the person. Well, nobody knows down next to you, right? So you have to compare it with Jenny one way or the other. So use filters to display channels, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Let's just go to the actual Excel file. Yeah. Let's open the go two to five open. And none of my Excel files are opening. They all close. Right, cool. So you have to use the Word document alongside the Excel file. So you see in question three, question one there, it wants you to sort the data alphabetically by the channel name, and then you move on from there. Huh? Did you guys find it? You find it? What's going on? You find it today?
No, sir.
You're looking in the
One
classroom itself?
with the YouTube data questions?
Mm. All right, let
Yes,
me
I
drop
found
it
it.
in. Yeah, let me drop it again in the chat for easy. So there are two files that you should see in there. So let's just pop it right here for you. Mm. All right, so check the chat, Jody. All right. So the Word document has the instructions on there, and the Excel file is where you do the work. All right, so go ahead and work through that. Finally, Ooh. Okay. Just to just to correct the record on why this wasn't working after all this brainstorm. Okay, so two things. We need to use the approximate as I'd said before, but if we're using the approximate, we have to arrange it like this instead. So in ascending order rather than descending order. So it needs to be going from smallest to largest, as you'd see here. And yeah, so that's just the basic difference that I've done. Okay. So if you are able to just restructure your table that you have here. So let me fix the just put that back here. Vlookup. Yeah. So yeah, now that works. And if I copy down, yeah, good. So yeah, so for the VLOOKUP that we're doing, we had it like this, and this doesn't work being like that. You have to put it in ascending order. All right. Because yeah, it looks up. So it starts at the bottom and then keeps going up. Right. So that was an error that we're making on that side. So do make the adjustment on it and let me know if it works on your original file. Okay. Also, if we were to have used false here, it should not work because it would look inside there. There's no 65 because false actually mean exact. So let's just test that from now. Actually, it probably does. Let's see. False up here. Change it to false. Right. So in this case, it does not work for false. That's because there's no 65 in the table. So you only use false if you wanted to find the exact value. All right. If you want to find the approximate value, use true. Wow. Here you go. All right. Any question? None? Okay. Have you tested out on yours? Is it working out?
Works now, sir.
Great news. Great news. All right. Yeah. See why the error is good. The only problem is that Verts don't learn from his mistake.
Sir, have you been watching the games? He had a masterclass versus West Ham, and he scored his first
Scored
goal
one.
today.
You wish he did.
Why do y'all talk about football now?
Because it's related. It's
Please,
related.
please
Oh,
ban him,
oh,
Jade.
oh.
Ban him.
Like,
He's
you don't hear me talking about a show or anything like that.
Because we don't know about the show.
I don't know about football.
oh, you should start watching.
Yes,
No,
watch it.
I'm good.
Support Liverpool. Don't support Man City.
I'm
Support
good.
Liverpool.
We could watch a match together on Saturday. We
You know
could
what?
watch a match together on Saturday.
Yes, sir, that can work.
Mm. Mm. Oh. Okay, did it work for you now, Jade? Did it work? Did you try it? Sound like Jade over there playing.
Sir,
Hmm? Did you try the Vlookup now?
no, sir.
So
I
you
was
know,
busy doing the work that you gave us
oh,
until they started talking about football.
football. Oh, so can you break a little and try this? Because I know so you can do the other stuff that I've given to you. Just want to make sure so this one's me because I'm almost positive that it's on your SB. This is
Okay,
probably,
sir.
say again?
I said, okay, sir.
Yeah, I'm almost sure. We won't talk any football in your ear. We'll just think about
That's
football in our hearts.
that's not a guarantee, so don't listen to those are his words, not mine. That's not a guarantee.
Uh,
Colton, I think you should be quiet for now.
Uh,
oh.
I think you should be quiet for now. Thank you.
So what have they done to your classes, Jade? Because I'm sure I watched Melissa live, I watched Melissa destroy Wesson. When you all were without power and all
We
that
don't
stuff.
talk about Auntie Mel Mel and Westwood, okay? Auntie Mel Mel came to Westwood and she did her job.
No,
I
it's
did
terrible.
come
So that's what I want to know. Where they keeping the classes? Or
in.
are they only keeping class for some students?
sir, some Westwood girls come to your castle, sir. Some.
Sir Axe today. Colton today.
Yeah, but I'm also adding to the conversation.
Westwood,
So
right?
mhm,
Grade 10s and 11s are going to school. Some grade
oh,
10s were going to his school before they came back to school. Um, we have classes in the buildings that were destroyed, which really include the Inidbill building, S classrooms,
mm.
labs, those classrooms.
Did you guys what happened to your computer labs? Are they okay?
Well, considering that I haven't seen Mr. Lawrence go on all crazy yet, I believe so.
Hmm.
Yes, because he went crazy already. I'm just hoping Melissa didn't make him go over the edge.
Oh. Well, then I don't think teachers who work at your school would have any real stress. I think teaching at Westwood is probably one of the easiest job. Yeah. Mhm. I
It's
think so.
I learned from a teacher that it's not easy to deal with at least 800 girls on a daily basis.
No, I seem to disagree. I used to work at St. Hugh's, and St. Hugh's is no, and St. Hugh's is a girls' school, but nowhere compare to the caliber girls at Westwood. So I feel any teacher who works
I'm
at a
not I'm
girls'
not going to ruin your interpretation of Westwoodites. I'm not going to
all my neighbors went to Westwood. That's their number one school. They all went
No?
there and they all come back with what I used to call them the little Anand cap. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Like, yeah.
Westwood
And
is
and
not.
and they all behave like they can't mash hands, you know. So that's those girls
Well,
don't even talk. They don't give trouble. They just listen and do work and study and work hard.
different generation.
In fact, most of them are Christians.
You see how you
Yeah.
guys have something to talk about now and I'm left out?
Okay,
You see?
Colton, come
You
along,
see?
come along. Talk about the girls that used to go to Westwood. Come along, Colton. Come along.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Mm, yeah. Where's the perfect girls? Yeah. All perfect girls. Oh, at least when they're going to school. I don't know about them when they leave Westwood. I just know about them when they go into Westwood. Yeah.
What say you, Jade? What say you?
I am a nice child. Yes, they have threatened me with order marks. Yes, people have threatened to fight me, but I am a nice student. I'm a good student. I'm a good student. Most of my teachers can tell you that I'm a diligent student.
Mm.
Don't ask my IT teacher. I'm pretty sure he hates me.
Which one?
I don't
Which
I
one?
don't know how Calabar become your boys' school. But I heard that there's a district in Westwood called Calabar in that area.
I don't know. But hey, we don't really interact with Calabar like that. We interact mostly with YC, which is not good. Because
Mm.
they
Is the same thing with Kingston College and St. Hughes. 'Cause St. Hughes is meant to be the girls' school, which is just next door. But the, yeah, but they don't act like boys and girls school. Maybe Wolmer's is the best picture of a boy and girls school that
maybe.
behaves like they are boy and girls school. Yeah. I don't know which school is the girls' school for Monroe.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
Hampton,
it's
sir.
that school that wear blue man. What's it called?
Hampton.
Hampton. Yeah, I just remember. Yeah.
What are
The
you
Karcher.
concerned about, Colton?
What do you mean what I'm concerned about? Sir said the girls' school compared to women, so I said Hampton.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The Karcher used to be the boys' school and Bishop Gibson used to be the girls' school. But now the Karcher is co-ed. So, yeah.
Well, we barely interact with Calabar.
I
As
could
a
go
matter
to
of
an
fact,
all-boys school. I just
when
can't.
Calabar comes to Westwood, we have classes, so we don't really interact with them. Basically, only the seniors interact with them. And I'm not going to be one of the seniors to interact with them because, nah, I got labs to do, I got work to do. I don't got no time to be interacting with nobody.
Yeah, but you guys are a mismatch. Calabar are terror reggaes. We call them, what do we call? I support them for champs, by the way. Um, they they were the one with the rat outbreak, but I've never seen it, and I've never think of Calabar as being angel-like students. So I don't know. You guys are a mismatch. The boys they will be totally different from St. Jude's girl, from Westwood girls. So yeah, no wonder why you guys don't interact well. They're a mismatch. Those
Mainly,
boys are ghetto.
we mainly interact with like YC boys better than the Calabar boys.
Is your castle all boy or is it co-ed?
Co-ed, sir.
Co-ed. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yes. Mm,
So, you know,
yeah.
they call
Those.
us, the school of drunker because, like there's drunkers actually perched up on our trees and they said our national bird is drunker because like you're walking up the hill and you look in a tree and you see a drunker looking down at you. Or you're walking around the campus and you see drunkards flying around and they're just they and you see the thing is they appear mostly when the YC kids are coming.
Mm.
I say y'all carry them with you. I say y'all carry them with you.
I'm gonna have a Westwood
Advocacy.
But
experience.
guess what? We fly high, don't we? We fly high, don't we?
And stoop low too.
When we need to.
Because y'all are
I'm
birds.
I'm going to have a
Y'all
West
are
No,
vultures.
I'm
As a
going to
matter of
have a
fact.
Westwood experience, Jade. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna retire early here and head back home to Jamaica.
no,
Yeah.
sir, come
I
to
would
YC.
not
We need better IT teachers.
No, I would not suggest you come into Westwood, sir. I would suggest that you go to a different school.
YC, sir.
Westwood, I will say this, and I'm going to say this, and I know that if Miss Francis heard me, she would probably say that I'm ruining Westwood's reputation, but Westwood girls are very disgusting. Very disgusting. Okay?
Mm.
They do not have any manners. And they will
I
show that they
don't
have
think
manners in
they're.
front of you and then start rumors about you behind your back. So you as a teacher will have rumors going around about you. Believe
Not
me,
Mr. Rob.
Mr. Rob.
Me. What kind
Not
of rumor
Mr.
about
Rob.
me?
Sir, there's a teacher at school. He's
Mm.
my maths teacher. He's a vice principal as well. And they
Mm.
say that he came from YC first. So he was a teacher at YC and he did something, like he did some inappropriate things, and he had to leave the school. Now that man is so innocent, I would not have thought of that lie to put on him. I was like, look could at least say in thief money. Like, we don't have to go that far.
Well, girls not using it. When and maybe because he may be firm or stern. When I went to St. Hugh's to work first, I had a group of girls. In fact, I was I was teaching year 11 and then the sixth formers. And girls wanted to come to class and just behave and just do anything like them ghetto. And at the time I went to the school behaving very firm. And I was holding some girls accountable one day. And one of them came to me and said, "Sir, I know you mean well enough, but I just want to say this to you. All these girls have to do is just say the reason why you're giving them such a hard time is because you this and they refuse. So please, sir, don't be hard on them." I learned
Is
that
this
lesson
still
from
an
that
IT
young lady.
class, by the way?
No,
Say
it's
again?
not, Colton. You started talking about football. Now it has
No,
changed.
no, we started to talk about football, then we went back to class. Y'all are talking
Uh,
about this, and we have
Colton,
20
Colton,
minutes left. A lot
Colton,
can be done
Colton,
in 20
Colton,
minutes.
Colton,
A lot can be done in 20 minutes.
Colton. Let's just
Let's learn. Pursue your
Colton.
education.
I've had a long day. I've had a long day. Calm down. Calm down, please. Thank you.
Oh, so. Did it work now, Janae? Did your VLOOKUP work?
Yes, sir, it worked.
Nice. All right, cool. So,
I won't have any
she,
evidence that it worked though because my Excel closed and it did not save.
well, just as long as we
It
understand the
should be
logic, so
saved
just
because it was
just remember
attached.
that. Just remember that we need to put
Honey,
it in
calm down.
a
Remember,
set.
remember it was attached to another file, so I think it should
I
be
did
saved.
it. I did it on something else. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Thank you.
you shouldn't have done that.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Just remember that it needs to be in ascending order because look up means literally looking up. So start in a point and keep looking up to the end. That's something you need to remember. And remember when to use true versus when to use false. I think there's a way as well you could name this, You could name this. Let's see. You could give this a name. Yeah, you could actually name this. So we could name this here. Let's say we call it grades. Man, I haven't done this in a in a long time. And then if you name this range grades, yeah, instead of putting the cells, you could actually put the name. That should work. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Still works. So that's an option as well. So just name the table. So if you right click on it, right click, select define name, give it a name, save it, and then instead of using the cell, you can actually use the name of it. All right, so that's an option that's available to you. All right, so like I said, I've covered everything that you need now for Excel, for the most part. There might be one and two schools who made the idle and ask you guys to do like what you call it now, use rank functions or anything. So just let me know if you get any function in your other SBA in the SBA that you're doing at the moment, Jade, and you need my help with that, we can sort that part out. But other than that, it should be good.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
Well, what's application do you think would be best to do database?
Microsoft Access.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Yes, so because I'm gonna need that next class, next to be fair. So are you guys able to access Microsoft Access?
I will try to
No,
sort that out, sir.
I will
Yeah,
find it somewhere.
yeah. Yeah,
You said it Microsoft Access?
yeah. Because I'm just like how we did some activities on Excel. I want to create some activities around database, like importing, creating tables, doing table design, running queries, running report on there. So, Jade, you say you have your SB at the moment, do you?
Yes, sir.
So your homework for me now is to go and do the Excel part of your SBA.
I did it already.
All
Yay.
of it.
Yes, sir.
What are you saying? All of it. Nice.
All of it.
Good. That's good. So which aspect are you now on?
Database. That's why I asked.
The
'Cause,
database.
yeah, I
Okay,
wasn't
good.
really paying attention in class. Because, I wanted to sleep.
All
And
right, so
Don't we
next,
all?
right.
sir was bothering me. I started playing a game in class, and then sir asked me a question. And then like I wasn't giving him an answer. He threatened me with an order mark. Can you believe that? An order mark.
Mm, yeah, of course.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, does
Out of
Microsoft
order.
Office 365 have
Yeah,
Microsoft Access? Okay,
yeah.
sir.
Right. So get up for next class. Um,
I'll try.
so so Colton, I'm going to post this week, between now and tomorrow. You can check the classroom for that. I'll drop a message in it. I'll post the SBA that we will do in this class itself, and then you can also work on your Excel aspect of it and finish that up.
Yes, sir.
That's a spreadsheet. So that's
Yes,
gonna work
sir.
20 marks itself. And then next week, so this Saturday we'll do a bit of theory and some programming instead. And then next week, next Wednesday, can do a catch-up lesson. So between next Wednesday and next Saturday, we can do some database, which allows you to move on to the database aspect of the SBA. And then after that, we probably just need to do Word. Um, do you have website on yours as well, Jude?
Yes, sir. I have website as well. But one step at a time. One step at a time.
That's
Because
a new part that they've placed in, but yeah.
this is not gonna
Um,
stress me out. Mm-mm.
and then there is algorithm, and program. You need to have test data, Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. So we'll be good. I think if we do next Wednesday as catch up, and then Saturday we should be on our way into database. And then yeah, over Christmas you should be able to finish your database, and then get ready to move. All right, cool. What grade are you in, Jade? 11 or 10?
11, sir.
Nice. There you go. See, almost finished with school. You doing sixth form?
I'm in class. No, sir. I won't be doing experiment with it.
You, oh, not Westwood, but you going on to university.
Sir.